Desmos is an online graphing calculator. I chose to explore this app for two reasons. I pushed into an Algebra 1 class, and students often struggle with graphs, leading me to look online to confirm answers. And some of my 8th graders take geometry or Algebra 2 at the high school. They sometimes need more advanced assistance, and while I do have an engineering degree, it's 25 years old, and I don't remember some of the more advanced math. The reason I chose this app specifically is that Desmos is the online calculator made available by the College Board, so that my students and my children will need to be proficient on it for the PSAT, NMSQT, and the SAT. My children and many of my students are National Merit Finalist hopefuls, so familiarity with this project will be helpful to them. In this technology review, I will use the following ISTE standards: 2.4.B and 2.6.A. You can use Desmos in a number of ways to help you better understand an equation. As an example of how I would use this in Algebra 1, I can determine the equation of a line from points on the line. So first I will click into here and tell it to create a table. And then I will put a couple of points in here. Okay. Then I'll tell it to graph from those points. Okay, so you can see here that the solution, in addition to showing the line, shows the slope and the y-intercept. So a slider can also be used to evaluate a constant. So for example, so there's an equation. It's asking me if I'd like to add a slider. So I'm going to add a slider, and right here, it will tell me or show me what happens as that A changes. Okay, that helps students to understand how the math works. Okay, so let's try another one. You can use Desmos to solve two equations. Okay, there's one. And here's the second one. So from the graph, you can see where the two lines intersect, telling us the solution to the system. And of course, I can hover over that point and see the actual values of the point of intersection. So other options include solving an absolute value equation and graphing inequalities. It's wonderful to be able to graphically see the solution set. So here's an example. Y is less than 2x, oops, not equals, minus 6, and three x plus y is greater than 5. So you can see that where the two lines intersect, and from the dark section here, you can also tell where the solution is to the system. There are plenty of other more complicated things you can do with Desmos, like graphing parabolas, circles, etc. But I would like to show you some of the built-in graphs. So right here, I can look at slope-intercept form, which is what my algebra students happen to be working on right now. And you can look at something as simple as a line and change the constants. That's what it looks like as we change the slope. This is what it looks like as we change the y-intercept. You can get a little more complicated. You can look at parabolas. So in parabola form, you can change the direction. You can change the vertex. So there's a lot of things you can do with that too. I mean, this scrolling down to the more complicated math, I mean, you can even look at derivatives in calculus and change the values in these. So again, Desmos has many features to help students understand math, and because it's the graphing calculator used by the College Board, it is a good option for learning.